So, before I start... Oh shit, you're already here. Oh my god. What's up guys, Fardeen here from wolfingphysique.com, and today we're gonna talk about breakfast. Is it really important to consume breakfast before your workouts? Why do people always have a problem if you work out on an empty stomach? I mean, like, aren't you weak? Well, today we're gonna talk about this. Is having breakfast really important before your workouts? Well, this is the truth. Let's just talk about the term breakfast first. It stands for breaking the fast. When we sleep, we literally fast for the majority of time. So it really does not matter when you first eat. I mean, like, it will always be breaking the fast. Breakfast. You can have a late breakfast, still breakfast, or a late dinner. But it's breakfast, if you know what I mean. It is understood that breakfast has an effect on your glycogen store, so the carbs stored in your muscles, and endurance sport performance. But we know less about the effect of skipping breakfast on your strength performance. So I want to get some science here, but first off, if you haven't already, subscribe to this channel because I'm putting out informational videos again because I'm eating more, and yeah, I don't have that prep brain, so yeah, starvation can do a lot to you, you know. So and if you haven't watched my journey for my photo shoot, there's a lot of videos before this that you can watch, and you will understand how I felt, what I ate. It was kind of hard, but I will not scramble on. Let's get into this study, alright? I'm not gonna make it boring for you. So, just short and effect. So one study collected 16 young adults who normally always ate breakfast before exercise. So it was in a routine. They always had breakfast before exercise. The athletes first underwent a 10 repetition max test just to find out where the strength was at. In the following days, they were asked to track their activity and diet for like 48 to 72 hours before the measurement. So before taking the test again, the group was divided into two groups. One group was given a regular breakfast with 1.5 grams of carbohydrates per kilogram of body weight, mostly existing of cereal, milk, bread, jam, and orange juice. So they consumed this 2 hours before their workout. The other group only stuck to a glass of water. 2 hours later, both groups performed 4 sets of the back squat and bench press at 90% of their maximum effort with a 10 repetition max test. And I'm gonna be honest, a 10 repetition max test, it's pretty hard, you know, especially with squat. It kind of tires you out. You ever tried 10 reps? I mean, like, I mostly do 6 to 8, but 10 and 12, it's good, but it's hard, man. Just if you really push yourself, it's hard. The results show that the group that did not have breakfast performed less reps with the back squat and bench press. It seemed that the group without breakfast had more hunger. Well, shocker. Other research though confirms that people who lift weights and normally have breakfast perform better than if they would not have breakfast. Bottom line, if you like having breakfast, and you do have breakfast consistently, have your breakfast. Your body and mind is used to having breakfast. So it is no surprise that you will perform worse if you skip it and perform better if you do not, right? I mean, like, if it's in your routine and you do it all the time and you do something else out of nowhere and you don't eat, well, your workout can suffer. But I do think it's more of a placebo effect. Whatsoever, I want to talk a little bit about the effect. The effect may be different for some people who normally skip breakfast. So the effect may be different for some people who normally skip breakfast and just train. Think about it. Like me, I train fast all the time. For example, if you eat a large meal in the evening, you may not need breakfast for comparable performance. This is something that has to do with your circadian rhythm. Oh man! What's circadian rhythm? Well, your circadian rhythm is a biological day-night rhythm which cycle lasts approximately 24 hours. As humans, we all have a biological clock that regulates the activation of every system in our body. So Our circadian rhythm regulates physical aspects such as our body temperature, activity, sleep, your metabolism, your heart rate, blood pressure, hormone secretion, testosterone. So yeah, the circadian rhythm is important, right? For all those things. I mean, like, those things are pretty important for your body, you know? Whoa, man, I'm so much more energetic in my videos compared to during the diet that I had, but yeah, whatsoever. It's not about me now. So it also regulates our hunger hormone secretion like ghrelin. Our circadian rhythms determines whenever it will release the hormone ghrelin. So for example, if you are used to having breakfast before your workout at the same time every day and you skip your breakfast before your workout, ghrelin will be secreted, making you hungry before working out. As a result, it's a very big chance your workout will suffer as a result. But if you are used to eating later on the day and doing your workouts fasted, this will not affect your performance. If you are just doing strength training, that is. I will come back to that later. So virtually every major system in our body has its own cycle that it goes through. So its own rhythm. Bottom line, at different times of the day, your body is exposed to different kinds of activities. When your biorhythm is no longer synchronized with your daily agenda, your body does not function optimally. So it's very important to have your routine in check, you know? So today we have the flexibility to choose when to eat, train, sleep and socialize. This can cause your lifestyle to be out of sync with your circadian rhythm. In a sense, you become disconnected from your natural biorhythm. So for example, what I personally experience is my sleeping schedule is kind of weird. Sometimes if I work really early, I sleep early. But when I'm free, I sleep really late. It's kind of a bad habit. But when I sleep late and I sleep like the same amount of hours, I kind of feel tired and like shit, you know? Because my rhythm is just so out of whack, you know? So yeah, that's something that I experience. I think you experience something like this as well. So if you're disconnected from your natural biorhythm, the result of this is, among other things, a reduced metabolism because you move less, more cortisol production, which is a stress hormone, less anabolic hormone production like testosterone, etc., lower insulin sensitivity, poor recovery from training, poor cholesterol profile, more hunger, can keep going. Not to mention feeling worse overall. It is no understatement to say that almost everything you do benefits from a stable, synchronized circadian rhythm. Another thought is that the performance enhancing effect of carbohydrates is not due to the increased glycogen stores, but it is due to the stimulation of the reward system. This is correlated with consuming carbohydrates. People may be able to squeeze out just a few extra repetitions due to this stimulus. This is also confirmed in research when they looked at the effect when you put sugar in your mouth and how it affects your performance. Just tasting sugar seems to lead to more power in some studies. So the placebo effect could have played a big role, like I said before, also in this study. So the same applies to the group that did consume breakfast. This physiological effect is also confirmed in older research. So this is something they have to look at and research more in future studies. So I don't want to make any statements and say take sugar before training. But my take-home message is, if you're doing strength training after having had your breakfast and you enjoy it and it makes you perform better for your feeling, then keep doing it. Because your body's used to getting in your breakfast before your workout. If you want to try fasting, you can do that, but yeah, you cannot expect to feel great. Do you have a low appetite in the morning and you like training fasted? Then skip your breakfast and just work out, you know? You do not need to drive yourself crazy if you feel and perform well. So keep in mind that if you are doing a high intensity sport like boxing, football, and basketball, for example, you will benefit from carbs before your workout and after. With strength training, this is not really the case, because with strength training, you're not burning a lot of calories. Just remember that. People always think like, oh man, I did a leg day, now I can get a stack of pancakes. No, you did not burn a lot of calories. Cardio burns far more calories than weight training. And that's all I have for you in this video. If you liked the video, subscribe, like the video. I already said that, but like it because it helps me and this channel grow, and other people can see this video as well. It would mean a lot to me. And subscribe if you want. And yeah, if you feel generous, it would make me happy. So guys, much love. Love all you guys. See you next time.